First of all, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year,
Let's go.
man.
Oh yeah, it's Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's still early enough to Happy New Year. Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you, thank you.
A lot of happy.
Birthdays are really important. People that, as we get
Are they
older-
important?
Absolutely.
After a while, you're like, I don't even want to know about it.
No. That's the one day
I'm
of the
wrong.
year you can say, you are wrong, Michael, because that's the one day of the year where you can say, I grace, and thank your mom, I grace the world with my presence. And I mean, the career we're going to talk about, but this movie's going to resonate with audiences for a myriad of different reasons. But for myself watching, I was emotional because not only is it relatable, but it's also very real. A very tense, blended family dynamic. Someone who believes so unapologetically in somebody and behind closed doors and in front of him wants to see his dreams come to reality. I've had those people in my life. And so I'm glad that there's a movie like this that people can see themselves in. Yeah. Anthony Robles was your stunt double and your body double. But as an actor, when you have access to the inspiration, what does that open up for you? What kind of world does that allow you to peer into to become a better actor for the role?
I mean, it just becomes endless information, you know? Most times an actor playing somebody, I think they have a book to read, right? Or a YouTube video, or
Well,
like,
they're not
you know.
alive.
Right, you know? You gotta pull from your own memories, your own experience and all that. But when you have somebody right in front of you, the questions go out the window, the notebooks, the notes go out the window, and you get to just observe. And, you know, I saw him in many different lights. He was my coach. He taught me how to wrestle on the ground. He got in the gym with me, and then all the way to being my stunt double. So I see him confident as a coach, and then I see him completely terrified as somebody who's trying to, you know, get makeup doused on him for 2 hours a day and try to figure it all out, you know? So just watching and observing that fed a lot into the performance.
You told Kelly Clarkson that you are working out 5 days a week. You look swole. But physically, getting up for this movie, the one scene that did me in was up the hill for 3 miles. Nope, no thank you. But you had to do that, obviously, with crutches and other things that make that more real for the movie. How did you prepare physically for this role?
A whole lot of practice makes perfect. It was, I don't even know how to say it quick, but pretty much 5 days a week for 7 months, I trained in the gym, and then I trained on the mat with Anthony, and then I trained with Allison, Billy's, our director. His wife is a movement coach, so I got on the crutches everywhere, almost like it was riding a bike, and just practicing. I started going to the grocery store with it and Starbucks and all
Doing
that.
push-ups on set.
Did you have the bruising underneath under?
Yeah, calluses.
Go calluses!
Calluses, yeah. Like I said, it was bad. Like it would hurt, but eventually you start to care about what padding you have, and you start to care about the length, and it's a whole world. And I wanted to make sure that I understood that world because physicality is an important part of a character. So.
You suffer for the art. You're phenomenally talented, by the way. Michael, where do I begin with you? Like your career you have shined so much in so many different genres as an actor.
Literally the best interview of all
Well,
time.
it's the truth, though. I'm not bullshit.
No, thank you.
He's having a good time.
I mean, I was watching you talk to GQ magazine like 6 years ago, and you had said that, much to what Jharrel said about that it feels fresh to be able to play a real person versus recreating what you think someone would be. And everyone loves a biopic. What was it about Bobby Williams that resonated deeply with
What
you?
was interesting is that Bobby Williams was like a really kind of very chill person. Like when I spoke to him, he was very calm, I was like, how is this guy gonna, you know, like really inspire somebody? So I'm like, I just, you know, normally I'm like, I try to look at the energy of like what really ticks a person. Him, it was like more like a parent, more like a dad. Yeah. He just wanted the best for he just always taught him like, but what did you do? What did you do? And he's like, oh, it was all Anthony, you know. I'm like, I really wanted to see him win. I really wanted to see, and it was, you know, all of his attention was on the kid. He said, you know. And but by the way, didn't you work out before too? Like, didn't the movie go and then you had to stop?
I was a part of this movie for 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell the progression of you as a man in the movie from when you won. First of all, for Moonlight, I watched you win the Emmy for Moonlight. You said something, and I know they want me to wrap. I got one more question, okay? You said something that was why it touched me. You just wanted to, you were an older figure, a mentor who just wanted to see someone win. And there's so many people who never get that. Never. And once they finally have that, it's so valuable. It's so important. It's life-changing. And that's why this movie was just so emotional for me. And I'm so glad I got to watch it. One last question, though. I have to ask, because the most nuanced, or one of the most nuanced relationships you had in the movie, obviously, was opposite Jen, as she played Judy, the mom. What... I guess, what was the most impactful part of that work together with you two?
Working with Jen.
Yes.
I just think I learned so much about watching her shut the world off for the craft. You know, she's Jennifer Lopez. You know, she's got a million things to think about, and there's a million people trying to get into her space. So sometimes my fear is that the further I go as an actor, or more famous, quote unquote, I become, that the less I'll be able to tap into a character. But that does not stop Jen from tapping in, and so it inspired me to see her where she's at in her career, still shut the world off and focus. You just take that as a young actor, and you want to take that and you know, apply that when I get there.
You're the king of locking in on your Instagram. You said keep it private. I get that. All right, I got to wrap. Congratulations, you two, on a fantastic movie. Happy birthday. Happy New Year. Here's to an incredible 2025, and this movie is sensational. Thank you.
You're the man.
Yeah, right on.